Hi, everyone. Good morning. Well, good morning for us. Today is Memorial Day, so this is a special tribute to all that have served and past and present. And we thank you for serving and having served, and especially those who made that ultimate sacrifice for our country. We're a military family. We live in San Diego and military town. And so I feel like every day we come across military families and those that are serving. My grandfather served, cousins served, friends served. I feel like if you're from San Diego, guaranteed you have childhood friends who went into the military and all of that. So we highly, highly thank you and grateful for you. And we pray you have a blessed day today and the rest of your life. So today, without further ado, we have Jimmy with us. He's back with us today, and we're going to be talking all things sports. So, but first, I would like to, I guess, talk about some sad news. We have Kyle Busch, NASCAR Cup Series, two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, and affectionately known as Rowdy. He tragically passed away on the 21st at age 41. So he's a few
Young.
years younger than us, yeah, which makes it even more sad. Um, the veteran driver succumbed to complications from severe pneumonia that led to sepsis, which is so crazy. I feel like when we hear these odd deaths, it kind of just opens up, like people on social media will say like a new fear unlocked, of things
Yeah.
that you would have never considered or thought about that could lead to a death
Yeah.
did. And as we know, sepsis is pretty, can be pretty scary. So unfortunately, he passed away and he leaves behind two kids and his wife. And yesterday they had a wonderful tribute for him, and his wife and son were there, daughter too. Um, just so sad, but it's nice seeing other. I guess apparently the son has ambitions to also become a driver, and
Continue the legacy.
yeah, and there's been race car drivers that had said that they would be there as like mentorship
Yeah.
and however they can be for that son. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Dell Earnhardt
Earnhardt.
Jr.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Junior. And then Trevor Bauer. We're Trevor Bauer fans. And unfortunately, I feel like this guy is just getting hit after hit, just so much. So he was driving his well-known McLaren $600,000 car, and he got T-boned. And if you see the images of his car accident, it was pretty gnarly
Yeah.
car accident. And the one video I saw, he came out and he had to crawl out from the driver through the passenger seat to get out. And because I think his side was smashed.
Yeah, I don't know if his side was it looked like it, obviously, right? If
Yeah,
he climbed out of the
yeah,
passenger, he got hit head on the driver's side.
yeah.
And called the T-bone, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
but he got out, like, he was
Yeah.
able to get out, and then I
He's a
did
little
see.
groggy. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
tell,
you could tell he was like, "What just
Yeah.
happened?" And then he went you could see he was, like, doing this with his arm,
Yeah.
and then obviously you
And
immediately
there's
think.
people filming him right away too.
Yeah, but then you immediately think his pitching arm, like,
Uh,
is he good? I mean, thank God he's alive,
yeah.
he's able to get himself
He walked off.
out. Yeah, he kind of like, I don't wanna say crawl, but the opposite of crawl. Like, he got out
Just
of the
climbed over
car,
his
his seat.
yeah.
Yeah, and, but he was able to do that. That's, like, a really good sign,
Yeah.
and then,
But it's all adrenaline, but I haven't
of
heard anything
course,
after, of course,
uh,
when you're impacted that way in any kind of event, you're running on adrenaline.
I
But
wanna.
it's good news he was able to move.
Yeah, let's see, it just says without serious injury.
Mm.
I'm sure he was in Arizona receiving treatment for back spasms, while on the injured list with the Long Island Ducks. So he was, already receiving treatment for back
Mm.
spasms, so hopefully this didn't
Yeah.
further cause that.
Re-aggravate it,
Mm-hmm.
worsen.
Yeah. So that's sad. And we're Trevor Bauer fans. We've been watching him well before he even joined the Dodgers back in his COVID YouTube days.
Yeah.
So he's such a nerd for baseball, and I feel like he's going to contribute in any which way or form in that aspect. But I just feel bad for him because this is his first time back in the States playing
Yeah.
baseball, and then, you know, so I just feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad. A series of unfortunate events type of thing.
Yeah.
So, Dodger talk. So we went to Wednesday's game against the Padres down here. What did you think? What was your thoughts?
Well, we got off to a good start, but right when you get there, we haven't been to Petco in a long time versus the Dodgers.
Which is ironic because we're down here.
Yeah, we don't like going to those games. Rather just go, and if we're gonna spend money, we go to Dodger Stadium. It's just more fan friendly.
Well, also because it's so spread out. Like
Yeah.
I think they're gonna come back in June, right?
Yeah, but we never go regardless.
No,
but this was like one of the first times in a while that we've been to it. We just like Dodger Stadium better, but Petco's nice though. But the shocking part was that because we see on TV and they're pretty loud at Petco, Padre wise.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, not a lot of Dodger fans come as they used to. Because I remember back then we used to go to games and you used to see like trolley loads of Dodger fans getting off from whatever hotel they were staying at, and just tons of Dodger fans. And then it seemed like to die down because the Padres are doing better and they're getting more of their fans involved, and
sometimes they block
tickets, but that's more I think playoffs. But they'll block tickets from anybody in LA. You have to be living in San Diego. But it was nice to see. It was tons of Dodger fans, like tons. A lot of Padre fans too, but you're starting to see more so them coming back.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of Dodger fans. So that was good to see. But it was good because we got off to a good start. Ohtani hits a home run right away.
Yeah, which I was like, well, I didn't even have my camera.
Yeah, we just sat down. And then that's good because the less stress, the better.
Yeah.
You're getting off to a good start. Like, okay. And then they just kind of took off after that.
And then Ohtani, I feel like we're seeing like a different Ohtani. Granted, he's with the Dodgers, and I think a lot of people didn't really pay attention so much as eyes weren't on him as they are now. Even if you're not a Dodger fan, there's so many eyes on him. He's under a microscope, so to say, good and bad. But I feel like we're seeing a different side of him, unless this side of him was also during the Angels. But we're seeing this, I don't want to say like this hustle because he is a hustler. I mean, he is who he is because he is who he is because of how he is.
What are you saying? He has more energy, or
no? I just like more of like the personality. Like you're seeing that fight. Not that he didn't have a fight previously.
Probably because he was struggling. And then he started. He was struggling this year. He struggled last year a lot. He strikes out a lot. And then you look back at his stats with the Angels, he struck out a lot over there too.
Yeah.
So he's Ohtani. So if he strikes out, you're like, oh, he's supposed to be hitting a home run. We paid. Right now,
they're expecting like 100 out of 100.
Once the deferment kicks in, he's going to get paid a lot. But when you see him struggle, you're like, oh my gosh, it's Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing about him with the Dodgers, he has so many Hall of Famers with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not the one carrying the team.
No.
So you got, even Freeman struggles. He's getting older, but he has his good games. He had 2 home runs the other day. And then you have Teo Oscar, Teo. Then you got Miggy Rojas, who just really isolated, or what do you say that? Not isolated, but really made a name for himself in the World Series. So now he's a star. So you got a lot of stars that kind of share the wealth.
The whole lineup and our just the whole team is star-studded. And and that also speaks to just a clubhouse, and it's like we have so many Kobe's types of things. We have so many stars that they could easily just feel like they're seniority, higher ranking, but they're all still so humble with each other and give respect to each other and props to each other. Just like Pages had that great at bat, and everybody, I think, was it Freddie Freeman said that was like the best at bat he's ever seen.
I'm not sure.
Somebody did. If it was either Freddie Freeman or somebody else, and they're like they praised him. They said that was like the best at bat they have ever seen. So I feel like that's probably really cool for Pages to hear and see, his teammates that I'm sure he looks up
Yeah.
to, just to
He's playing up
speak.
to it. He's leading the team in
Yeah.
home runs, so.
I know, and some people joke around that they wish that he could just spread out the home runs because in one game he'll do like
Yeah, he's a very streaky hitter. I mean, he looks bad, he's really bad. He just swings at everything. He looks like he's guessing up there.
No, but even his home runs, he'll like
No,
throw the
I
ball
know.
out in one game.
Yeah, and then he'll strike out. But that's the whole lineup.
I know.
They all do the same thing. Will Smith, all of them.
I know.
They all struggle, and then all of a sudden they hit the game-winning home run in the World Series. So.
Yeah. Can we talk about rushing?
Okay.
Because rushing, there was this, I don't know if you saw the video of Ohtani rushing, went up to, like in the dugout, the top where everyone stands on that little like bar fence thing.
Yeah.
And then Ohtani was there, and then rushing went up there, and then Ohtani left. So they're trying to say, Ohtani doesn't want to be around that aura, like type, just like little social media chat. But because rushing, he's getting both sides. He's getting like, baseball's too soft. We like rushing. And then they're like, oh, we don't need that. Like, he's great. He's a great athletic wise, great player. But his little, like,
Oh, because when he gets upset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has been just like less
It's been
than
a couple
half.
times.
Yeah,
He's a young
exactly. It's just been a couple times. It's not like his whole
guy. Yeah.
personality thing.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? Do you think that I know because I've heard you talk like during the game when things happen? What do you have to say? Do you think baseball can be too soft and it's good for the game?
Well, it's gotten softer because of injuries. Like even running into the catcher, you can't do that anymore. Back then, you used to see all these players in the
Like a
80s,
football
player, just take them out, and then they would get injured. But I think it was like the Buster Posey rule from the San Francisco Giants, the catcher. They took him out and they took out his knee. So after that, it's not that they got softer. It's kind of like the NFL. Like you protect the quarterback, you're going to protect the catcher. But as far as rushing, it was more his mouth. I think he was cursing, and he got caught on TV.
Yeah.
And he would curse at certain players, like he would say "f them."
Yeah.
Like
Or he
after
he
he
was
got
already
hit,
going into the dugout, and then he just said,
and then he said that, but he got caught because he's on TV. He forgets that everybody's watching you. So little things like that. I mean, you're gonna tick off, the other players. You don't want to do that necessarily because then your players will be targeted, or even him. He'll get hit by the pitcher. Like, I think he was actually. He did get hit in the ribs, by the pitcher in the next game or so. So you have to be careful with that.
Knowing that you're going to get potentially
either you're going to get it or one of your teammates is going to get it.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you kind of have to be careful. He's a young guy though. He'll learn from it, and people forget about it. It's not something that's going to stick with him. Like he's a dirty player or something.
But do you think ultimately it's still good for the game? Like just the personality wise?
Yeah, I mean the personalities. You don't want everybody to be uniform. You have guys that are really super emotional. You got like Tucker. Very monotone.
Yeah.
He's just like
people are still trying to figure out.
Yeah, every once in a while he cracks a smile, but Will Smith is the same way. He never smiles.
Yeah.
You see him off the field smile, like what the heck is that? You never see it on the field.
Yeah.
He has a chip too because he's gone after a hitter still, and when he's been catching, he's been known to do that too. People have talked about him having an attitude towards players. So, everybody has to have their personality. And then you got Ohtani, who's super jolly, super joyful all the time.
Respectful.
Even when he struggles, you don't see it. Every once in a while.
He's always making sure other players are okay if they get hit.
He's like always respectful to the umpire, the other side, and so I think you need all the mix.
I do too. I do too. I think it's a good mix. And then speaking of, former Dodger, Chris Taylor. So there's a little bit of confusion amongst social media. It was announced by MLB that he was retired, and then they said, "Oh no, he's back, but he's on the injured list." And then last night, Chris Taylor himself officially confirmed. He confirmed amongst the confusion on Instagram that he is retiring, or he did retire. So former Dodgers utility player and two-time World Series champion, with 12 MLB seasons, with the Dodgers, and then later on with the Angels. I think he only did like a season with the Angels.
Probably like a season or two.
Yeah. So But what do you think? What do you think of Chris Taylor and
I don't know
his
how
history,
I don't know
his
how you announce your retirement and then take it back and then clarify. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
has
he
to
was
be like
pushed
an
out.
internal with his
Yeah.
team?
Maybe he was pushed out and then he's like, "No, I'm not retired." And then now he is. I don't know. I don't know how you confuse that. Yeah, I don't know how you maybe he did retire and then regretted it. And he said, "You know what? Maybe I have a little bit more in me." And the
And then
team's
the
like, "You already
agent's like,
called it,
"No."
so
Yeah.
you gotta go." So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's officially retired.
But what are your thoughts of just his whole history? He's had some iconic
Yeah.
Dodgers
I mean, I think
plays.
he was mainly the 2020 World Series, not for the
Mhm.
Dodgers. I mean, he had big hits. He came through, and that's why they gave him the big contract. He had a
Mhm.
good year. Then after that, he just couldn't find it. But that's what happens in baseball. Baseball's hard.
Mhm.
It's very difficult. Hall of Famers are hitters that hit over 300. That means you're failing 7 times out of 10. So that's a lot of failure. But for it's a hard game. He has like a unique swing. He was always late on things. Yeah, he takes a lot to get going. Um, but yeah, he was a great player for us. But he struggled a lot too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we
that's the
definitely saw
times you tend to
struggles.
remember. But if you watch the replays, it's those highlights
He had
where
some
he has some big
amazing
hits.
plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing plays. So, Chris Taylor, we hope you have a great retirement with your family, and I'm sure they have so
It's
many.
nice to be retired at what is he like 35,
Probably
37,
a
and he has a
year
young
to.
family, so
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's like the
And he
perfect
could be a
time.
coach now and yeah, enjoy his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his wife does interior designing or some sort of like building homes or something like that. So
Yeah.
I guess that'll be their next venture.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have
And
many
played for
other.
the Dodgers, so you could use that, in his next,
Oh yeah.
business ventures. He was a Dodger, he's a pro baseball player. You could talk to kids, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they have their foundation too,
Yeah,
which
he
they do
definitely has a link.
that polar bear plunge
Oh yeah.
in the beach.
He'll still
That
be connected to a lot of because he was popular with the team.
yeah, I'm
Like he
sure the
wasn't like a
Dodgers will still
standoffish guy.
support that. I know the players went. I think they went to their last plunge for
Yeah.
their foundation. So I feel like once you're a Dodger and you've been there for a long time,
You got a lot more people. Yeah.
they'll always support you and your
Not all of them,
not all,
but
but if you've been there for a long
like
time.
Puig, for example, he's on his own island.
Unfortunately, but he did that on his own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to
Yeah,
have
if you have if you left a
yeah,
really
good
great,
terms. Yeah.
yeah, good terms, and um, I feel like you're still gonna have that wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Adrian. Adrian Gonzalez
Oh,
is
Adrian.
back.
Well, he works for them now.
Yeah, he's back
Eighth
there,
year.
and
Can't.
he played for the Padres after the Dodgers too.
Who?
Adrian.
I don't think so. I think he played before, and then
He played
after
before?
that, yeah, I think he retired.
Oh yeah, he went Padres to Boston.
Boston, and then the
Okay,
Dodgers.
but then didn't he
And he
play?
might have played for another team. I admit he did play for the Rangers too. So didn't he get drafted? No,
I
he
could
got
have
drafted by
sworn he
Tampa.
went after the Dodgers. He went somewhere else.
Yeah, I forgot who he played for.
Anyhow,
Using players.
point is like Dodgers will always receive you back again if it's on good terms.
Mhm.
So today starts the new series against Milwaukee. Oh no, not the new series. We just finished Milwaukee Brewers. Yesterday, game 3, we won 5-1, and the series result was Dodgers won 2 out of 2.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. Yoshi played yesterday, and I feel like every time he pitches, we always have this.
Yeah, they just decide to like take a day off and not hit anything.
Yeah, and I always feel bad for him because I'm thinking, okay, 50-50,
He's like, I want to win a Cy Young, but he's getting no wins. Like,
yeah.
But his ERA is still low.
So he delivered a strong start, 7 innings, 1 run, career high, 13 runouts. Bullpen continued its impressive scoreless streak, and Kyle Tucker and Andy Pages provided key power. So what were your thoughts on yesterday's game altogether?
Altogether, well, the series, I mean, we won 2 out of 3, and then we took 2 out of 3 against the Padres. So it looks like they're back, but they have their games. Like I think it was Friday night when they played the Brewers. They didn't hit anything, so they're up and down.
It was kind of like
taking,
similar to them playing the Padres the first game.
But they're taking the series, so they're winning 2 out of 3, and that's a good team. The Brewers are young, and that's the tough part. Like the Dodgers are older. You're playing all these young teams, but they were able to take 2 out of 3, and they're a really good team. So it's a good sign. And this is the team they always beat in the playoffs too.
So what are your thoughts on the Padres? Like kind of jumping back, because this was our first time playing against them this season.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when you're playing against a first team that they're really trying to say, oh, we're good now, the hype, all of that. And then you play, then it's kind of like, okay, now let's really see. No more talking, let's see. And you get a good taste of how they are this
They have good
year.
pitching. They always have good pitching every year, it seems like. So that might be.
Well, they have the new pitcher too.
Well, not only that, but you have to have good coaching. So I think they have a good coach, good pitching coach that is able to take all these young guys or random guys that they just come with. But yeah, they have their strong closer. Forgot his name.
Something, is it starts with that
Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miller.
So that guy just came strong. He was already strong with the athletics, but he's able to do it under the lights at Petco playing these good teams like the Dodgers. So he did it to us on Friday. He shut us down. He struggled at the beginning, but then he shut us down.
And the
second game, yeah, we were able to score a run on him. He's still tough, but the more you see that guy, the Dodgers are going to be able to catch up to his fastball pretty easily, and then connect with them. But the Padres, you didn't expect this though. You didn't expect them to be good this year because they're going through these financial
they
issues.
still have their issues, like Machado still being a poor sport, saying he doesn't care how I don't know if you saw that interview.
No.
After a post game,
he always has interviews like that.
He was like, they said,
it's funny because it's all like fan friendly, local TV stations in San Diego, and he's getting mad at them.
I know. And he has to understand, like, this is like you're playing baseball. You're gonna get asked these questions.
Yeah, at this point of the year, if he doesn't understand that, I don't think he will. I think he just has that chip on his shoulder. He's very prideful.
I think so too, and I think the more that the Dodgers win are doing great.
Yeah, but I don't know how they're winning. I know how they're winning. They have good pitching, and then you have some young guys that are just getting hits, but their main stars are all batting like one something.
I think it's more they're younger,
but still,
players.
Even for them, like
to hold the team.
Maybe
basically.
Machado here and there gets a walk or he gets a hit, but not
like
a lot,
Tatis
and they score.
He still has
no, but he gets on base. Like against us, he got on base and he was stealing bases.
And everybody was saying, of all games, he's going to do the home run.
I thought he was going to hit home run against us. That's usually how it works. Because last year, Machado was struggling. He had like 3 home runs, and then we play him. He has like 3. So it always happens that way. They get up against us, and they want to play us. Especially Machado, who used to play for the Dodgers, and he hates us.
Yeah.
So he gets up for it. They all get up for it. But it seems like they don't get up as much anymore. Like it was very like at the beginning, even the stadium, you hear it on TV, but with being there live, it just didn't get as loud as I thought it would. So they're not getting up for it as much as they used to. And I think winning back to back,
they're a little bit more humble now.
Well, winning back to back World Series, like what can you say?
Yeah.
And you really can't say much anymore, or because before it was like you guys haven't won since 2020, and that was a Mickey Mouse trophy, and now you won back to back,
and potentially a three-peat.
There's only so much you can say as a fan.
Yeah. So today is the new series against the Rockies. So tonight's game is the first game of the 3-game homestand. It's at 6:10. And also Dave Roberts' bobblehead promotion. So that's gonna be a cool one. We've been having so many cool bobbleheads.
No.
I kind of get a little FOMO.
Yeah, I want to buy the Rojas one. Like $80.
Yeah.
So expensive.
So if you're not in LA, or even if you're, well, both. Doesn't matter where you're at. Just go on Facebook Marketplace. That's like my little go-to.
Yeah, like Rojas I saw is like 150, 120. Some people for 80.
I know.
So
and Ohtani's, there's always like 250,
you could probably find everything for like $100 or less.
Some
except for the Yoshi.
There's some that
the
are
Yoshi
still,
was like $350.
Yeah, there's some that are still holding out.
Yeah.
So you just gotta watch it. And
I wonder if they have any value. Like, do they hold value later on? Like baseball cards? I don't know.
I'm sure they would have to put it in that whole plexiglass, store it. Never opened it.
Yeah,
and some of them, they look like they've opened.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, I got it.
Or you go and you bought several of them, or you got several and you opened all of them just to check them out. But.
Yeah. Okay, so Dave Roberts, bobblehead. So what are your thoughts with this series?
This is when you play the Rockies, this is where you stack your stats. So this is where you hit home runs. This is where you get a lot of hits and you kind of stack your stats. I don't know too much about the Rockies. I know last time we played them, they always play us well. But I think we're playing at Dodger Stadium, obviously, with the bobblehead giveaway. So I think we should. I don't know how many games is it. Is it 3 games?
3. They
Yeah.
have
Hopefully
Thursday
we could
off.
take 2 out of 3. If it's a sweep would be nice, but another 2 winning series is what it's all about. But you tend to it's the Dodgers, so there's gonna be one pitcher that shuts them down. It always happens, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully they don't have a downer where they get swept or something like that. But I see 2 out of 3 if that's how many games they're playing, or if it's 4 games and 3 out of 4.
Okay. And then, what are your thoughts on Ohtani? Ohtani is going to be pitching Wednesday as well. So, what are your thoughts? We saw him pitch,
Yeah.
which worked out because you can't, I feel like you can't really dictate my cousin, um, they're thinking that he was going to pitch Monday or Tuesday of last week. And then they announced it, like, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday night that he was going to pitch Wednesday and hit on Wednesday too, so
Yeah.
do both. So, and then right now he's going to be pitching Wednesday. So, what are your thoughts with his like potentially day off
So I'm thinking
and
if it's Wednesday, and then I'm thinking they have a day off on Thursday.
Thursday?
So
Okay.
that's how they try to line him up.
Okay.
They try to line him. Last year they tried to pitch him on Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were barely kind of getting his feet to establishing that foundation because he was coming back from an injury. I think this year, because he has to hit, he has to pitch, he has to do. There's a lot of talk around fatigue. So now they're trying to line him up where it's a travel day the next day, so it's automatically built in off day. That way he doesn't take an off day during a game, and then now you lose his bat.
Yeah.
So they're trying to measure it that way. So yeah, when they played the Padres last Wednesday, they were off on Thursday, so he had an off day along with everybody else. So I think they're trying to just plan it that way. But they're saying fatigue. The only fatigue that you've seen a little bit is when he's hitting.
Well, it's a grind too.
But when he
Roberts had
pitches,
said.
there's no fatigue. He pitches great. Like every game, he hasn't had any. He only pitched 5 innings against the Padres when we went, but he was pitching great. He was throwing 99, 98. So yeah, I haven't seen fatigue in that side.
Well, Roberts had said just the mental grind too.
Yeah.
Of
It has to be tough.
from after pitching a whole day and then you're also hitting, and then the next day, even though you're not pitching the next day, you're still in that mental, I guess, like letting
You
it
have to
go.
plan.
Yeah.
You have to plan for the pitchers that are coming up that you're going to face that day, and then you also have to plan as a pitcher the batters you're going to face. So it's like double the work for him. They should just drop him from first batter to third or something like that if you want to give him a little bit more rest. Because right now he's pitching, and he has to run, get ready, and then start hitting.
I thought about
Why
that
not
too,
give him
but
a
then
little
I
bit of
feel
a
like
break and then just put him third, put him fourth?
I thought
the
about
lineup.
that too, but then I feel like if he can quickly, obviously, unfortunately, quickly get ready and then bat, then he does his thing, and then he's like chilling for the rest of
Unless he
the
gets on
season.
base,
Unless he gets off on base, but
which he does a lot.
he does. And then after that, then once he's back in the dugout, then he can just kind of like chill because if you're going mid lineup, like if you're 3 or 4, then you're like pitching, resting, or whatever, like studying, whatever he's doing in the dugout. And then he has to go up and then do his plays and all of that. I don't know. I feel like
Maybe. I don't know.
that could be.
But if you mix it in every once in a while, it's not going to be too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not Dave Roberts.
I know that's why
I haven't won any World Series as a manager. So
I was just thinking that, like, if I was a player, that would be kind of little. If you're in the middle of the lineup, that could be a little bit
that's
more
only
tiring.
at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
is
that's
when
true.
you're only lead off once.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're kind of blended in.
Yeah.
You can lead off everybody can lead off an inning.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some injury roster news. So Tommy Edman, I think he's supposed to be back mid-June, early to mid-June.
I thought they extended him. Is that the extent with the
I
extension?
think so. Yeah, because I think he was expected sooner and then they pushed it back.
Yeah, probably like May.
I think he was expected already, actually. I could be wrong. Broussard, Gratterall.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done. It's already been, this is like the second season out.
No,
right?
he's been out
3
a lot.
seasons?
I mean, he comes back and he pitches
then
like
he's
2
out.
games and he's out.
Yeah. Max Muncy, he's coming back today.
Oh, he
with
is?
his little
So they didn't put him 10 days?
wrist.
Yeah. I don't believe he got hit in the wrist. It looked like it was all knob.
Maybe the
Maybe he
knob
just
went
wanted
into
some
the
time off.
wrist.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Just didn't feel
I mean,
like
this
it.
is a time.
Obviously, it wasn't that bad because he's back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if
that's-
this is a time you're going to work on those conspiracy theories for the Dodgers.
For himself,
Break
exactly.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good time to take some
This
time
is
off.
a good time. KK is supposed to be back on, I think, today or sometime this series.
I'm wondering who they're going to drop.
Yeah,
They're
that's
saying
the whole.
Kim, most likely.
Oh,
Yeah, he hasn't been hitting, so.
we love Kim.
Yeah.
I love Kim. He has a
But
rocket arm.
yeah, he's been struggling.
He has a rocket arm. So.
Yeah, and they're talking about possibly bringing Freeland back.
Really?
Because I think he's doing well in the minors, so. And Kim is struggling. But then I don't know how you're going to balance Kike and then Edmund when he comes back. It just, there's no space.
We
Like,
have
what
too
are you going to
many.
do?
Dang. Tyler is on the injured list. Lower back spasms expected mid to late June. Snell, as we know, his whole little micro loose body or whatever. He is expected late to May to early June.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably just push it out to
probably
June.
after the All-Star game. Most
Yeah.
likely. The
Just
playoff run.
rest it out.
Yeah. Like he did last year.
Yeah. And then we have some. So Knack is expected.
Knack.
Yeah, expected in June. Evan Phillips still sideline longer term. And Brock Stewart, he has a foot bone spur, and he's eligible since late May. Possible imminent return. I even forgot what Brock Stewart looked like.
Well, we just got him last year from the Twins, so he hasn't. Once he came up, he pitched like 1 or 2 games, and then he got hurt.
Oh,
I don't know if he got a ring. It most likely he got a ring. But yeah, he was part of the trade last year, and then I think he pitched in the spring training, and then he got hurt. I think that's what it is. But yeah, he hasn't been able to pitch. But he's supposed to come back soon.
So we have a lineup. Even the people that are off right now.
It's a ton of players. I don't know how they.
I know.
Yeah, even signing Kike back. Like, I mean, he's great.
Yeah.
He's done what he's done. But yeah, I don't know how they maintain all those players and keep them happy and then keep them in the roster. I don't know.
That's like the biggest puzzle piece ever.
Yeah. Only good thing, not a good thing, but with the Dodgers, everybody's hurt all the time. So that's probably why they did it. Put you over there, we'll put you over here. Now,
you're going to come back at some time because somebody's going to be hurt.
That way, and then we'll bring up Kike.
Okay, so in other sports, NBA playoffs, conference finals, the Eastern Conference, New York Knicks lead Cleveland Cavaliers 3-0. Knicks 1 win away from their first NBA final since 1999.
I know. I don't watch basketball too much, but I remember the Knicks, they were always good in the Jordan days, and Jordan would just take them out every year. So after that, I don't think they've won anything. Yeah, I've never seen them win, so that'll be shocking. They're up 3-0, so that's a pretty good chance. So that'll be good for New York.
Mm-hmm. And the Western Conference, Oklahoma City Thunder versus San Antonio Spurs tied 2-2. Spurs.
Oh, so this is not the finals. This is the semifinals, and then
conference finals.
Finals. Oh, okay. So the Knicks haven't won yet.
No, that's the
Eastern. They win another game.
That's the Eastern Conference.
I wonder if they're favored.
I don't know. I guess I need to look up the whole.
Later.
I need to look up the whole the odds. You know how people look at odds now.
I wonder how. Because I don't follow it too much.
Yeah, we're big Laker fans, but we've been. Well, we are. We're just not LeBron fans. I
haven't watched the
games. We're big Kobe. Yeah, once he retired, I felt like majority of, except the younger millennials, because they're big LeBron fans. But I feel like our age demographic.
I wonder what the demographics are.
Well, I hear more and more, and they seem to be around our age. Where
they're watching it.
No, that they have the same sentiment as us. They stopped.
Swap teams, maybe.
They stopped. I think they just stopped altogether, like us.
The Clippers.
But there's a lot of talks that LeBron's not going to come back. Yeah. I don't know if that means retiring or going back to another team.
I think he'll retire most likely.
I think so too. And then we can start wearing our Lakers stuff. Yeah. Because that'll be fun. And then so Hockey, Stanley Cup Playoff Conference Finals. Eastern Conference, Montreal Canadiens versus Carolina Hurricanes. They tied 1-1 game, and then they have a game 3 tonight. The Western Conference, Vegas Golden Knights lead Colorado Avalanche 3-0, and Vegas on the brink of advancing to the Stanley Cup final. And then we have tennis. I love tennis. I used to be able to just like stay up to date with the schedule and watch them, but I haven't recently. 2026 French Open, that started on the 24th, that ends the 7th, and day 1 highlights, Novak advanced after dropping the first set. And the upset number 7 seed Taylor Fritz lost in the first round. And then players held a coordinated media protest over prize money and benefits. Ooh, so some like politics in that thing. Which
I
makes
do want to
sense.
watch the Novak documentary.
Me too.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Not sponsored, but yes.
Yeah.
Netflix is having some really good, like sports-wise, like films.
Yeah, like the Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk
Is that
Hogan.
sports?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan. That's pretty good actually. It actually has him talking.
Yeah.
And then it has his ex-wife and all of that on there. We haven't finished it. I think we're like in the middle.
Oh.
It's only a couple of them.
I thought we finished it.
Mm-mm. And we also, I think we watched another one that was on there. That was really good.
They have the A-Rod one, but that's HBO.
Okay.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a good one. I want to say there was somebody else we watched.
Fighting related ones. They have a lot of like NASCAR.
I think, did we watch a football one?
There's tons of football, like Elway. I think they have the John Elway one. That one's a good one too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know John Elway too much off the field, so it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. So, other notable news: MLB Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Judge had a walk-off homer and other big plays making media headlines this week. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
for Aaron Judge.
I didn't catch up on Aaron Judge.
And I'm rooting for him. It's kind of like
well,
I mean, obviously
unless
not
they're playing the Dodgers.
Obviously,
I mean, he dropped that ball that allowed us to win that World Series.
Yeah, the error helped us. So, but I think altogether, he just seems like a likable guy.
Yeah,
that
he just clutch-wise, he hasn't been able to do it. Because when he played with the USA, that's like the only time I root for him. When he played for the USA, he had some big at-bats that he just didn't connect. We could have won it, but he did hit a couple home runs here and there.
Which makes me think of,
a lot of the players.
It makes me think
Harper hit a home run. That's pretty.
And it makes me think of I'm really bad right now. I can't remember the Angels.
Oh, Mike Trout.
Yeah. So there's potentially talk of letting him go now.
Oh, trade. Well, I don't know now, but what I saw on Twitter, it was a trade to the Braves. Most likely was the best fit. So we'll see.
I just feel like that's too late in the game for him. Like,
no,
should have done it. Team. No, but I wish they would have been open to this a long time ago.
Well, you want to keep your. I mean, they let go of Ohtani, so not so much let him go. He's a free agent, but
not let him go, but
Mike Trout signed that contract. So
yeah, that's true.
Takes two to tango.
Yeah. And then soccer news. So World Cup 2026 prep is heating up. Yeah. And
2 weeks, possibly, right? I remember it was like the last week after we get out in school.
Something like that in June.
I think so.
Yeah. And so that's going to be fun. That's going to be cool to watch. We love soccer. So speaking of, well, not speaking of, but earlier we talked about going to the Padres against Dodger game. And I just want to share, because this is kind of like highlights Military Appreciation Week a little bit too. Ricky Galvez. I don't know if I told you this, but I did share with my cousin Ralphie, which I've shared about in the past episodes. He went with us to the game. He kind of like orchestrated actually
the whole. Set it all up.
Yeah, and he's in LAPD and some other. Normally, when he comes down to games, he brings other
Law enforcement,
Yeah,
like
with
his
him.
buddies, yeah.
Yeah. So, we had a handful of them that joined us too, and they're always fun and good times, and I always appreciate that they immediately kind of, like, treat you like family.
Mhm.
So they can be very funny too. But last week, if you're on social media or even your iPhones, you know how they pop up, like, memory reminders, like, the photo?
Yeah.
And last week, I think it was like on Monday or Tuesday, it popped up like this day 12 years ago. And it was a picture that we took with Ralphie and Ricky at,
Echo.
at Petco Park against the Dodgers. And it was a smiley, because that was like, I always call it like one of our most like iconic and legendary family baseball games, because it was just we were just like laughing. I just remember that day my cheeks hurting because we were just laughing so much, and then it extended. You know, and we went around like outside of Petco Park and
Yeah.
extended the day.
Must have been a Friday.
Yeah, probably was a Friday. You were a teacher.
Yeah.
So I remember that day so well, so vividly, and my cousin often brings it up of, reminiscing of that day. And, unfortunately, Ricky Galvez, you can look up his story in LA. He had just got off. He was training to be a canine officer, and there was like this botched robbery that had gone wrong. He had just got off. I think it was like midnight by that time or somewhere late.
Mhm.
And he was in his car, sitting in his car, and unfortunately he got killed. And my cousin every day, or not every day, every year has a 5K
Mhm.
for in his name and in his honor. They have
A highway.
they
A
have a
highway
highway
named after him.
named after him, and at the department they have just a memorial for him and for others that were lost in the department. So I share that just because baseball, and you can elaborate on this too, of one of the reasons why we love baseball. And it's not just baseball per se, it could be any sport. But I really love and when I went to the game on Wednesday, we entered the same area where we took the picture, and it just kept making me feel like just bittersweet, where it's like I feel bad for my cousin because that was his best friend, and so like they did the Bakers to Vegas together. I remember we were in Vegas with them. If you don't know what Bakers to Vegas is, it's like a big relay race that law enforcement from all over the world come and do, where they relay from Bakersfield to Vegas, and I think it's like a weekend long, and anyhow. So we've spent a lot of time with Ricky before he unfortunately passed, but it gave me this bittersweet feeling of life. And we know life is so precious and short, and we know like we're not promised tomorrow. But it made me, I always think of my cousin, because he had some other losses back to back, and just so how precious life is, but then also life continuing to go on, and laughter, can still be had, and still wonderful, beautiful memories can still be had, even after. Like it's sad that they're not there to witness it and see where they would be in life. Like he would be married possibly by now, and a canine officer, and then whatever else, So it's sad not seeing his life flourish and continue, but the beautiful blessing of life is that life still continues to go on. So, did you want to add to that or anything?
No, I mean, you shared that picture, and I remember it. I remember all the times. I remember going to, like, a restaurant, eating sushi with him too here in
Yeah.
San Diego, hanging out with him in LA, Vegas. But yeah, it's sad. I still have his bracelet, the Ricky Galvez
Hmm.
bracelet that I wear from time to time. I actually wore it yesterday. But yeah, it's sad. It's part of life, but I think law enforcement especially, or even military, we're in today's Memorial Day, so you have a
Hmm.
lot of like young guys
Hmm.
that took up the that role of protector, of our community, and there's a lot of risk, and people forget about that, but they're putting themselves at risk, like, every single day, every moment. You never know who you're gonna encounter. For him, it was at night. He was just sitting in his car, I think he had gotten off, or he was
Yeah,
getting yeah, he had
he had
gotten off.
just gotten off.
And he was in his car, and then just somebody decided to try to rob him, and went wrong. But yeah, I think those pictures are great reminders, and I think that's a great thing about social media too. I think more so Facebook, right? They send you those reminders. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you were doing this.
Yeah.
It's great to look back how young we looked and forget. But yeah, it's always good to reminisce and then just carry the legacy, and then how they're doing it with Ricky on the run and the highway. I'm sure his family's doing a lot of things, year to year. But it's great, you just continue the legacy of what he left behind.
Yeah, and then it's also, like I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm the only one taking the picture. I'm always keeping. I've been more active in taking my actual camera to games. This one I didn't take because I was trying to like. I didn't take a purse. I didn't take anything. I was trying to be more like hands free. So I just had my phone in my hand. But and I sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm that one like always recording. But if I don't record, then I'm not gonna have that memory,
Mhm.
you know? And like if we hadn't taken that group picture, we wouldn't have had that picture with Ricky.
Yeah.
And so my point with all of that is to embrace and whatever your thing is, if it's sports, I'm assuming it is sports because you're listening to us and you like sports like us too. Baseball games, we love baseball games. That's our kind of like check out of life, check
Yeah.
out of
The
the
stress.
world, stresses.
Even though they stress us even more so sometimes, but
Yeah, it's a different type of stress.
yeah.
Dodgers
You can
stress.
turn off that stress, like
Yeah. So, but regardless, it's still like a good way to check out of reality and
yeah.
just have fun with the people that you're with. And I feel, embracing those moments and being present in those moments are what makes those moments. If that
Mhm.
makes any sense,
Yeah.
And so my point with that is just to spend those times with your family and close ones, whether it's baseball game or any game or just at home watching the game, just be present and even take pictures at home, uh, celebrating a win. I know when the World Series, well, thankfully we've had like the last two, even the 2021. I always loved seeing everybody celebrate at home. And I'm always thinking like, why didn't I set up the camera to
Catch
record
it.
us?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think you were filming the TV is what you were doing.
I was filming
The
like the
last
home
out.
run, yeah, and, but it's really cool just to see, like, the families at home just celebrating that win and that's what
Yeah.
I think baseball is all about. It's all about family and being with your friends and having that time of, even pre-gaming where, if you're at Dodger Stadium, there's a lot of cool spots, just outside of the
Yeah.
stadium that I know
Take
there's
pictures.
times yeah, the murals, but I mean, there's times
With
where we've gone
bobbleheads.
no, there's times where we've gone outside of Dodger Stadium before the gates open, where we're getting, like, those tacos. Like that one Dodger it's like a bar, but they have, like, food there.
I don't remember.
It's, like, just outside the stadium, and they have, like,
Oh,
the
not in the
Dodger
stadium, in
just
the oh,
outside.
yeah, yeah.
They have, like, the
We saw,
Dodger
Dodgers
branding.
Nation, I think, and then he was recommending places to eat before the
Yeah.
game. That
And that one is cool because they have, it's like their name, but like Dodger
yeah, it's
logo
all Dodger
style.
related.
Yeah, and they had like socks and
Yeah,
stuff
there's
like
tons
that.
out there
Yeah,
around the
so
stadium.
yeah, and there's even a documentary. Look it up on YouTube. It's this bar, and they showed the whole season. They show the Dodger baseball, but then they also show the World Series, and it's like it almost reminds me of Cheers,
Mhm.
and where everybody just keeps going and they watch the game there together. Remember we
Yeah.
watched that documentary?
Yeah.
Forgot the
I
name of
forgot the
it.
name of it, but
But
it's on YouTube.
yeah, you can look it up on YouTube. But that just, it's like the whole thing of being with your people, being with your family, friends. And in that case, they're at this bar and it's like Cheers where they all know each other and they're not necessarily related or anything like that, but they're commonality is that they go their locals.
Yeah, they also filmed the game where it went like 14 or 19 innings,
Yeah.
and they stayed there
They
until
stayed there.
a lot of them did. Some probably went
Yeah.
home, but it was on a Tuesday night, I
Yeah.
think, and because we ended up going Wednesday, I
Yeah.
believe. But yeah, it was like a Tuesday night, and it was like I forgot how many innings they played, 18, 19,
But
or
they stayed.
yeah, they stayed
And then
throughout
the
the
owner
entire time.
Yeah, and then the
And it
owner
just
was
seemed
just there,
crazy.
taking it. But so it's cool,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing is just to it's I think that's why people, especially like baseball fans, say well, all fans, and it doesn't matter the sport.
Yeah.
It's a way to check out of whatever's going on in life, your routine, your schedule, and just to cheer on for your team and have fun with whoever you're with. So this episode is dedicated to Ricky Galvez. He was a police officer with Downey PD and former U.S. Marine, which is, from today is Memorial Day, so that lines up. So he passed away in 2015. So we miss you, Ricky, and yeah. And that's it. So we hope you guys liked this episode. Again, we thank you for all who have served and are serving. And yeah, we think that's like the greatest, ultimate thing anybody can do is serve our country.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I agree. I concur.
all right. So have a great day and go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.